and welcome to your reading. My name is Dean, if you don't know me already, if you are new here. And if you already know that, welcome back. So let's get going on the reading here today and see what the energies are that this collective is currently in. What they're asking me to say is this is not who you are, this is where you are. Okay? So that's an interesting statement. It's not who you are, it's where you are. So what do we need to... Thank you. She feels, she knows. Okay, so what I'm getting with this, and it's a 22 Master Builder. What I'm getting with this is you have opened up empathically, more so. Like you may have been actually all your life and not understanding why you feel bad a lot of the times, or why, when somebody visits you and they're gone and you feel terrible, and they leave feeling good. This is all empathic energy. But not only that, I feel that you have been that way, but you have opened more up now to what we call claircognizant, which is knowing, clear knowing, which is what I am. That's what I am, is a clear knowing channel. I just know stuff. I just channel it through. My mouth speaks it sometimes without me even knowing it. Sometimes I say things and I'm like, what? And people are like, how did you know that? It's like, I have no idea. They just bring information to me from the cosmos. And this is what looks like what you are maybe moving into a little bit more. So it might freak you out a little bit that you might know things that you didn't expect you should know. That's a lot of cards. So let's see here what they want to bring. So we have mindful. Yeah, and it says groupthink, but what I'm getting with this, it's a 4, and so is this. The 2-2 is a 4. What I'm getting is that you feel like it's almost overwhelming, the things that are sitting in your mind that you kind of know without understanding why. Okay? So it feels like, really trying to sort through. We have whale song. Whale to me is about the throat chakra. It's about speaking. It's about singing. It's about wisdom. Okay? The whale is ancient creature. Oh, look at this. Will-o'-the-wisp. Treasures hidden in the shadows. Yeah. You may even remember some things that have happened that you awaken to that you have not recalled. And suddenly they come back to you and you're like, oh, that's why I feel like that. Like, for example, for myself, a couple of times I've been on the beach and I have just felt complete panic as I get in between where the rocks are, where they built up the rocks for the tide so it can't come in. And when the water is high and all of a sudden it'll hit you and it's like waist height, I just feel just a panic within that area. And I'm sure it's because I've drowned in a past life. And I remember as a child having a great respect for the water. And I've kind of got over that, and now it's kind of coming back to me again. So I know a lot of our memories and our ancient wisdom and things like that are coming back with us. And as we have that ancient wisdom return to us, that ability, some of that fear is going to come back in because of the memory of the place. So hearing those waves crashing and things put me into that state of almost panic. So things like that. Okay. Watchers. Yeah. This woman looks like she's been battered and bruised. like no privacy. It feels like, especially with this, watchers, horn cactus, resourcefulness. To me, this is a picky energy. And then we got root girl, the disowned self. Like I said, look at even the colors here, right? It feels like there's been a lot of energy around you that has been really difficult. This brain feels like it's, really full. Let's see what else we have here, Spirit. What else do we have for this group today? Pocket right there, but it's just not. There it is. Archangel Michael. Heart of a warrior, divine protection, synchronicity. Yeah, I was gonna say, like, it feels like you have protection around you, even with this watchers here. You may not feel that. You may feel like you're not alone, but it's because you're not alone, because you feel it and you know. But it's actually the angels that are around there that are protecting you. I feel like you need to call on Archangel Michael to really clear your aura at this time. Like, even in looking at, both this and this, it's like there's a lot of energy that is around you here. That needs to be transmuted. Cutting cords, that kind of thing. Three of Cups. Three of Cups is a celebratory card. So let's see, what are we celebrating here? Ooh. Moving away from something is what you're celebrating. Right there, the Eight of Water. Moving towards something better. And this has to do with protection with Archangel Michael here. Yeah, you're celebrating being able to move away from this energy that has been really difficult for you. It's really not a very nice energy. Five of Fire. Yeah, prim and proper. And I haven't seen this card like this before, but it feels prim and proper. Okay, I'm having a hard time seeing. The light in here is really bad, but I don't want to turn on the light because it glares on the cards and then you guys can't see them. But in this corner where I am, I don't have windows around me so that it doesn't reflect in my screen and stuff, so I can't see. But it also, so there's pros and cons, and I want you guys to see. It's more important for you to see. Yeah, it feels like prim and proper here with this Five of Fire. Like, even looking at her face, like, look at the, like, it's kind of like a, look, see what I mean? Page of Water, it's a child. You have been in this energy for your whole life, which is why you've got so much of this around you. But you need to learn how to clear yourself. Here's the King of Earth, which is an authoritative person, material wise, like they're good with money and that kind of thing. And the Ace of Fire here with it, inspiration. Yeah, I figured I was gonna I was going to take some more. That's why I didn't. Yeah, it feels like you're about to take your power back in some way here. You're about to take your power back. Ooh, a bunch of cards fell off the deck here. So we've got the King of Water and the King of Earth. So this is material and this is, balanced as far as emotions. Like he looks happy. Got the Seven of Earth here. As I look at this card, what I'm getting is an angel on my shoulder and a devil on the other. Interesting. Eight of Fire. Yeah. This Eight of Fire card for me came out last reading too, but it feels to me like something in the childhood. Something in the childhood that you've wished for or you want to bring in. Okay. But she just looks so tired. So tired. Four of Water. Finding something better, right, than what you've had. Yeah. Six of Fire. This can be about leaving, traveling. You may be moving home, that kind of thing. Hermit, going within, finding the self, and here is the self. This is about going in to find the self, and this is about finding the self. So you have been on a journey to find the self. You have been through a lot of energy with what is showing on your card here, on this main card here. It's like you have been battered and bruised, and you're coming out the other side. You're leaving. You're going to discover yourself here. Look at all the keys here to the self. These are both nines, and the nines are about the self for me. And on the bottom of the deck, here's the Nine of Air. And in this deck, I really find the Nine of Air is somebody that is, moving more into themselves here, that energy. It feels angelic. Okay. My candle just went out. And it burned out. I mean, it's been burning all day here for me while I've been doing readings. So let's see what else we have here just for, what do we want to bring for? I want to bring in a healing energy. I always end up with cards all over my table when I'm doing readings. I try to be so neat, and it's like, oh, I'm going to use these 2 or 3 decks. Never works out for me. Never works out for me. I end up with cards all over the place. All right, let's call on Archangel Raphael. You already have Archangel Michael that is going to help you to be able to cut cords. But what can you do for, healing? Oh my goodness, that was pretty darn fast. Let's see what Raphael has to say. Prayer works. Oh my goodness. Dear God and Archangel Raphael, thank you for hearing and answering my prayer of whatever that prayer is for you. Of freedom, I feel like. Freedom. My prayer of freedom. Unconditional joy. Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for helping me appreciate everything that makes me happy right now. Yeah, the escape. Feels like the great escape or something like that. It doesn't have to be that dramatic, but it is about taking care of your energy, right? And to move into a higher vibration, joy does that. Okay? As well as prayer, talking to the divine, asking the angels for help. That's what they're there for. You know, people think that they can't ask, oh, somebody else has to pray for you. No, they don't. You can pray for yourself. You're the one that knows what you want and what you need. Nobody else knows that. Just you know that. Okay, beautiful soul. That is your reading for today. Thank you for joining me here today. I appreciate and love each and every one of you. Until next time, please remember to always let love be your guide.